guys, today we're going to be looking at how to maximize your profits, as I said, and we're going to try to look at minimizing losses. We're going to create strategies as well in this webinar. We're going to create some live strategies. We're going to create some backtest strategies, and you guys can get into it straight afterwards. But firstly, I'd just like to ask everyone, what makes a trader? And, as the saying goes, plan your trade and trade your plan. And you guys can feel free to comment if you want to tell me what you think makes a trader, but for me it's three elements. You need to have a trading plan, you need to pull the trigger, and you need to be disciplined, meaning you need to think of your setup, which includes your entry and exit before even getting into the trade. And if we don't do this, it's usually hard to think clearly when we're emotionally invested in a trade. For each his own, whatever the risk reward ratio might be, as long as statistically overall our winnings are on the plus side, we should be fine. Simple, right? Well, we all know better. So what are the pitfalls of our trading plans? It's our human nature. It's the greed when we're in a trade, it's going our way and we find it hard to simply close out as our plan would have suggested. So we just keep it open, and how often only to see it go the other way. It's the fear preventing us from stopping our losses and ending up losing more. It's the boredom that gets us into a trade initially because, let's say, it's been a while since we saw our specific setup and now we have it close enough, so we'll just take it. And sometimes it's the fact that we can't always be there at the right moment, so limitations. It all comes down to the discipline necessary to stick to a good trading plan that most of us lack. I see quite a few people coming in late. Don't worry, you're just in time. We're just quickly running through a presentation and then we're going to get into the practicals of it. So welcome to everyone that just got in a little bit late. Let's get moving on here. Let's have a look at how trading has changed. These days we have more information than ever. We're swamped with data. The kind of data that was once very hard to come by is now flooding us all over. So as such, automated trading systems are using much more than, let's say, just price or volume. Many systems are using fundamental data, macro, microeconomic events, technical indicators, inputs from other instruments and assets, and sentiment indicators. So let's go through, two examples very quickly. One example is within the long-term to short-term yield curve. In general terms, the difference between the long-term and the short-term should be a good indicator in predicting fast periods of recession. We should expect that long-term bonds would have a high yield as it inherently holds more risk. However, when the short-term bond yield is higher, it means that the market is expecting some trouble ahead. And on the 22nd of March, this was back, I think, in 2018, the first time since 2007, this spread dipped below zero again, and the markets were quick to react. Another example is from Twitter. Elon Musk tweeted, this was in August 2018, that he was considering taking Tesla private. And as you can see, during that day, Tesla jumped 11%. So just to end off, how has it changed in the past few years? Well, unlike before, today, trading is available 24/7 around the world. Take cryptocurrencies, for example. They trade 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So it's no surprise that automation in trading is a trend that keeps growing and is a valuable tool when managing your risk before getting into trades, during trades, and getting yourself out of trades. So just for quite a few of you here who are seeing Capitalise for the first time and perhaps may have not used automated software before, basically, algo trading is where we're setting a predefined condition, normally written in computer code, to automate the process of buying and selling. At Capitalise, it's in plain text English, of course. And this is a very general definition. And it could apply to any generated computer market operation. At times, this could refer to order execution, irrespective of whether the origin of the actual underlying trading decision is computer generated or not. At other times, this term can refer to the trading process where by the computer takes over the whole process. And basically replaces the human trader, taking both the trading decisions and, but not always often, managing the execution. This could be referred to as, automated trading, systematic trading, or black box trading. So just to go through quickly some reasons to look at automating and to managing your risk. As we know, it's really hard to remain objective when huge amounts of capital are at stake, especially in volatile conditions. Let's take, for instance, the Forex market. The high volatility within can be traced back to political and or economic factors that influence Forex rates. This is why anyone who's trading Forex must constantly keep ahead or monitor recent events in order to monitor currency fluctuations. For example, let's say a recession is one type of event that can lower the value of the currency. As well as human emotions. Emotions are the pitfall of any trader. Overexcitement at favorable times, or panic in the face of unfavorable ones, and include a constantly changing market can lead to costly mistakes. So automation will take the emotions out of your out of the picture and can focus purely on the trading plan. Great, guys, we're doing really well. Yeah, a couple more slides. Just some advantages. As we spoke about now, eliminating emotional influence, preserving discipline. Just remember, successful traders plan their trades and trade their plan religiously. And it's difficult to maintain discipline in a fast-moving market, when real money is on the line. We can go ahead to the third one. We're going to trade sophisticated strategies. We're going to get into that right now. So hang on there. We're about to go in, create some strategies, run them, backtest them, and use different entries and exits to perhaps fine-tune some results. The fourth one is backtesting. And I'm going to show you how you can run one backtest in a couple minutes on Capitalise. We're going to get into that shortly. 5 is obviously, time is our most valuable asset. If we look at our daily routines, I'm sure they pretty much look the same. We sit in front of our trading desk, we're waiting for those events to happen, and we react to them by placing trading orders, which is really a waste of time. Not to mention, we can't be available 24/7. So if we allow machines to take over these mundane tasks, we get our lives back. We can do more, whether it's researching trading techniques or spending time with the family, whatever the case is. The short answer is you can do more with your time. And then number 6, obviously the most important, and we're going to get into this, is an automated trading system is valuable when it comes to managing risks. There are so many global events that once occurred can impact your portfolio. Not all of those we can think of in advance, but the ones that we can set rules for those. So even in the most volatile markets, automated trading systems is hugely beneficial to protect your back. And as we said in our first one, human emotions such as fear of accepting a loss or even fear of missing out on a trade can all encourage manual traders to open positions they really shouldn't be in. And when we abide by our automated trading rules, we can be sure that our trades are executed at the right time. Orders will be closed when they need to, and once your profit or loss benchmarks are hit, and you can follow your trading plan to the T. And number 7 is, a fairly obvious one. Computers are much faster than humans are, and speed and accuracy obviously plays a part, especially in a very fast-moving market as we're seeing these days. So we're almost done, guys. We're going to get into it now. So just to sum it up, the problem, FOMO, fear of missing out, emotions are bad for good trading, and there's a high barrier to entry. Great. So with that, guys, thanks for sitting through that. We're going to get right into it. And what we're going to do here is, I just at this point would like to speak a little bit about Capitalise. We're a trading platform, as I said at the beginning, that is free of charge for any Eightcap trader. And when creating Capitalise, our goal was clear. We wanted to provide any trader with a simple solution for automating their trading. From simple to complex, short-term to long-term, whatever your needs are, Capitalise is there to take it to the next level. And as I mentioned earlier, and for anyone who walked in that perhaps hasn't used Capitalise before, you know, we enable traders, regardless of your coding knowledge or experience, to create and automate trading in freestyle text. So everyday English, we're going to create these strategies in. And with that, let's go ahead to our platform here. Actually, let me just start from the beginning here. So anyone who signs up for Eightcap, I think it's demo or live, it doesn't matter. You just use your MT4 credentials to get in. Make sure to check which server you're on. You can find that on your Eightcap on your MT4 platform. And if you need any help, you've got the in-app here as well, just to get hold of us. So let's go ahead and log in here. And we're going to go ahead and create some strategies. We'll backtest them. Maybe we'll actually get some strategies running for the moment here. And we'll see if we can adjust it while we're going through this webinar, adjust the entries and the exits. So anyone new to Capitalise, just on the left-hand menu bar, you can navigate anywhere and everywhere. You can also check out our YouTube channel. We got a lot of introduction webinars where we go through all of this. As you can see here, when you log in, it's our live examples page. So we have examples here that come from the team here at Capitalise. We don't share trader strategies that you can come over here. You can view their performance and you can use and, you know, you can check that out on your own time. So what we're going to do is go ahead here. I'm going to go to create new strategy. And here we can create, you know, any strategy you want, whether you want to use fundamental data like an economic calendar or technical indicators, whether you want to use price action or levels or volatility or candlestick patterns. You can even create with Capitalise, as well as you can use any strategy on TradingView. So if you just go to TradingView and we'll just get GBP USD 8cap, you can use basically any strategy or indicator that TradingView has. We may create actually a strategy with this today. So let's go ahead and create our first strategy here. And the way you think of your strategy is the way you want to type it out. So we'll go ahead and let's go ahead and say, okay, if euro dollar, let's say, is above, well, let's actually use a bar. Anytime you select an indicator or a bar or anything that you need to put parameters in, you can change those in the tooltip above. So here we're just going to be speaking about one 1 minute bar. Let's say crosses below, let's say EUR USD moving average. And again, you select your indicator and you can change the parameters on the top. So here, let's just use an hour moving average here. We'll just use a 20. Maybe we'll use a 50. Yeah, we'll use a 20. Close. And you can put as many conditions as you want. And for this, let's go ahead and we'll just use one condition here. We're just looking for the bar to cross above the moving average, and then we'll say then let's say buy one mini lot of euro dollar. And that's our entry done there. And if that's what you're looking for, then you've got to look at how you want to get out of your trade. And again, you can use as many conditions as you want. So, you know, for this trade, let's go ahead and say, let's close the position. Let's say if profit per unit of euro dollar is, let's say, 30 pips. You guys think we should go higher? Let me know in the chat. Or let's say if loss per unit of euro dollar is 30 pips. We could add another one and we could say, okay, or Dan, let's see. Okay, Dan's asking, okay, Dan, you're on MT5. Guys, this is an important point. We haven't integrated with MT5 yet. So Dan, you can just set up an MT4 account as well. And if you want to, test or whatever, you can set up a demo account. I'm using a demo account at the moment on here. And when MT5 has integrated, we'll obviously let you know. Just sign up and you'll get all of your notifications here on the in-app chat. Great question there, Dan. Let's see. Okay, FT has got a great question here. Okay, so I'm actually going to get into this after the strategy. So FT is asking if you've entered a position manually, can you write a single command for exit? Yes, you can. So you don't only have to think of Capitalise as algo trading. You can think of it as ways to, manage your entries and exits. Make sure that your position is out when it needs to be. So great question there as well. I'm going to get into that in the next one, in the next strategy. So here we're going to go ahead and we're going to say, okay, close position if profit per unit is 30 pips or if loss per unit is 30 pips. Or let's say, or if, okay, let's just leave it at that for now as, just a profit and loss. Here you have once or in loop once, the strategy will enter once, exit once, and stop. In loop, every time it's finished one of those cycles, it's going to start another one. We're going to go ahead here and click next. And here you can name your strategy if you don't want to. We'll give it a name. You have your entry conditions and your exit conditions. And here we have our entry action. This is just defaulted to market. You don't have to. You can use limits and some other types of orders. You can find all of those in our resource center here, how to set it up. We might actually create a limit order strategy just now. And then here you have your full trading solution. So here you can backtest the strategy. It's obviously going to test the strategy ex post. Or here you can run it. Mine's connected to my demo account. So if I run it, it's going to run on my demo account. But before I go ahead and run any strategy, I want to check it out. So I'm going to go ahead with backtest. And I'm going to backtest the strategy. For anyone new, this is our beta version. It tests for 90 days previous. We're already looking at longer time-adjusted, customizable backtest for future development. And while this is running, we don't have to stay on the page. We can actually go ahead and create another strategy, and this will just run in the background. So what I'm going to do is just go to my control panel here. Oh, and for anyone new as well, if you guys want to just get into the nitty-gritty of this, please, go ahead and check out our YouTube channel. We do have introduction videos. I think Eightcap as well has an introduction video of ours that goes through all of this. So I'm going to go ahead here and I'm going to go to the control panel here. Oh, I've become unresponsive. Okay, let me just wait a moment. Okay, there we are. And yeah, guys, let's see. Simon, you're asking, will MT4 ever be done away with in the near future? I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm sorry. If anyone in the room knows, let me know about it on chat. Yeah, but I'm not too sure, Simon. You know what? Let me actually just. I wonder if it's my connection at the moment here. Let me just try refresh here, guys. And hopefully everything will come back here. And then I'm going to go ahead and create another strategy. So we're going to look at this strategy working with a different exit. And then we're going to go ahead and create another strategy and we'll look if it can move in here. Okay, so this is actually done now. Okay, so we got minus 3.1% for this. Obviously, it was not too great. We want to try something else. So I'm going to go to my my control panel here. I'm going to select clone. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tweak the exit a bit. So I'm going to go maybe close position. So we're going to go close position. Let's say if, let's say EUR USD bar. We're just going to be speaking about a 1 minute bar here. The close crosses below EUR USD moving average. So we're basically going to exit with the opposite of the entry in this one. I'm going to go ahead and click next. I'm going to go ahead and backtest. And I'm actually going to do quite a few now. So I'm just going to go to clone. And you guys can do this to get the strategies that you're looking for. And then we're going to take it and we're going to start running it. And obviously, you know, you're going to want to run it on a demo account first, like I do. And then you can connect two different Capitalise accounts, one for your live account, one for your backtest account, or sorry, one for your demo account. Here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go and say, okay, close position at trailing stop. What do we use on euro dollar of 0.3%? Yeah, that's too much. Let's go with that and see what we get with. Backtest, and I'm going to do one more, and then we're going to go ahead and run the best strategy. And the last one I'm going to do is actually, you can use a trading take profit. Also, you can close it with anything, you know, with whatever it is that you're looking to get out of a trade with. Let's go close position, a trailing take profit. Let's say 0.4%. Is that too much for the euro dollar? Okay, let's just try it. Percent. And let's go ahead and backtest. So we're not going to have a look at all the pages. I'm just going to go ahead to the left-hand menu bar where you can navigate anywhere and everywhere. I'm going to go to the My Strategy page here. You can see all of your strategies that are running. So these are the ones running on my demo account at the moment. Here you can see ones that are running, all on demo. Here you can see all of the stop strategies. And here, oh, why is that not? If your strategy stops and it was only, I think I only ran that once, you can go ahead and play it again. And then here you have your back tests. So let's have a look here. Let's see, why did that one get no hits? Here. 1 minute close. Okay, these all actually did not, this didn't come back that great. That didn't come back that great. Maybe we should try run a strategy like this on, is this the one that we used here? Yeah. Okay, let's just take this and test it on something else. Now, when you're looking to test a strategy over a group of assets, you can just clone it like I did, and you can just change it very quickly. So let's look at maybe going US dollar Canadian for Simon out there. Guys, I see questions coming through. Keep them coming through. I'll get to them in a moment, but keep them coming through. I'm going to change that to US dollar Canadian dollar. Let's see if it works with that. And backtest. Okay, and then before I get to the questions, while that backtest is running, and we'll pick the best one to go ahead and simulate, or to run on the demo account rather, but something you can do on Capitalise is you don't only have to do this algo trading. You could just automate the entry and the exit, and that's a big part of risk management. So for example, the only thing you'd have to know, we currently can't reference an account balance. It's frequently requested. It's on our to-do list. So if you're looking to, let's say, just automate an entry, for example, let's say you want to get into, I don't know, GBP USD, or let's say, rather go if GBP USD. And we can see the current price there. And let's say, okay, we're happy to get in, we want to get into GBP USD at 1.35, or let's say 1.354. We can say, okay, if GBP USD crosses below 1.354, then buy, let's say, 10,000 units. GBP USD, which is a mini lot. If you're looking to trade 0.1 lot, if you're looking to trade one lot, you're looking at 100,000 units. And you could go ahead here and click next. And under the exit strategy, you can just skip the exit. FT, this was for you in your first question. You can just skip the exit. And if you run this on a live account, it's going to wait until, you know, GBP USD crosses below 1.354, and it's going to get in. Now, just in the same way, you can actually exit your strategy. So let's take, for example, you got in at 1.354. Let's just get this up here. Let's just get this at 1.354. Okay, so you're looking to buy there. And let's say if you bought there and you were happy to, let's say sell at 1.36. And even if you hadn't bought with Capitalise, even if you had manually bought, as FT had mentioned, you could actually just go to your wizard and just set up the strategy to monitor the market. So you can set up and go, okay, sell, in this case, 10,000 GBP USD if GBP USD, in this case, we'll just say crosses above 1.36. And we could go ahead and click next. And if you run this live, it's going to monitor the exit of your strategy. Let's see here, got another question. Okay, FT. Okay, you're coming up with some great questions here. So FT is asking, can we use an indicator of another time frame while we are writing an entry for another time frame? So you're looking to use multiple time frames. Yes, you can. So there's no problem with that. Let's actually get into a strategy that uses multiple time frames. For example, put some price action into it. So here this is a great way, guys, to manage your risks. Once your trade is in, this is a great way for you not to be pressured to watching the charts, to having to constantly monitor what's going on. Once you have your position set up, you can easily exit it. Or you may just want to get into a position when it's the right time. You can set it up for Capitalise. So I'm going to go ahead here, and I'm going to just run this on my account. And the moment it gets to that level, it will trigger. And maybe we should try trigger a strategy here. So I'm just going to go ahead and just clone that one. Let's see where the price is here. It's about 1.355. So let's go for there. Maybe that'll trigger before the end. Sale at 1.355. So it crosses below 1.355. Okay, I'm going to skip the exit again. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to run it. Okay, great. So traders, that's a great way to monitor the markets, to keep in touch, to keep all your strategy live, and anything, to never miss an opportunity, and to only actually get in when it crosses that opportunity. So you may have, as we said, you may have a setup and it's close and you want to take it, but you shouldn't until whatever it is that you're using, whether you're using MACDs or RSI or Bollinger, whatever indicator you're using, or price action. So let's just quickly go ahead here. This is a great, let's actually have a look at that strategy before we do. So I'll go to the My Strategy page here. And we'll go have a look at the strategies that we tested. Oh, great, we got one in the green there, which is not bad considering we just actually made this strategy up here. Oh, here, FT, this is for you. So here we're looking at a 1 minute bar crossing a 20 by 1 hour moving average. So you can cross correlate indicators, you can cross correlate assets if you want as well. So feel free to use any time frames that you want in your strategies that your conditions require. So here we can go ahead and I'm actually going to go ahead here and I'm going to run the strategy. So I'm going to go ahead here and run it. Actually, we didn't test it with trailing stop or trailing take profit or anything like that. And that's really important to test to see what you're willing to go with when you're trading. But, you know, this is a very simple profit and loss. And, you know, you basically know exactly what you're, you know, what you're looking for. So I'm going to go ahead here and run the strategy. And while we're there, this is the simulation page while we're here. Actually, it does look a little bit, it doesn't look full, but that's, you know, the hit chart, the winning losing ratio, and the notification panel are yet to populate. But as soon as we start getting trades here, you'll start seeing it populate. Here you can see it's working on entry, and the widget here is monitoring the current hits. We only have one condition, that's the bar 1 by 1 minute crosses below the 20 moving average, and that's what this is monitoring. And the moment this needle crosses back behind the bar and then forward, you'll start to see a trigger here. So what we'll go ahead here with is something else you can also do when looking for your setup or trying to manage what you want to do when something happens. Perhaps it's, you know, fundamentals. So something else that you can also do, and this does fit into a risk management, is, you know, notify yourself. So if there are particular instances, if you're, you know, a currency trader or commodities trader, and it's heavily affected by, you know, something like the data coming out of an economic calendar, you can notify yourself of all of this. So you can say, okay, you know, if the job numbers in the US results are above forecast, let's say forecast, let's say by at least, let's say 30%, and if, let's say, euro dollar is above the previous month high by at least I don't know, 1%. And you can add as many as you want here, and this may be what you need to figure out, you know, the next trade that you're going to be on. So you can set up these notify me strategies as well. Let's go ahead and create another strategy. I actually want to try trigger another strategy here right now and see it play out. So what I'm actually going to do here is bring up my other trading view, and this is actually a new feature that we've had here, guys, that will also help you manage your risk. Is you guys can use trading view charts with Capitalise, I've mentioned previously. So let's go ahead to trading view here. Let's have a check. Christopher. Yes, okay, great question. Yes, so Christopher's asking if a strategy can be set on Bollinger Bands. Sure, it can. So, you know, depending what you're looking for, you could set a strategy. Let me actually just get rid of all of that. Okay, actually, I'm going to set the Bollinger Band strategy with the strategy anyway, and we're going to use something else so as well. So what we've got here is, let's just get up some Bollinger Bands. Okay, there we are, Bollinger Bands. Okay, and then I've just got some parabolic SAR up here. And you know, with this, you can actually even if we don't have it on our system. Now, Bollinger Bands, we have RSI, MACD, Bollinger, moving average, EMA, pivot points, stochastic RSI. We have a lot, but there obviously are a lot of indicators that all traders are using. And you know, if there's something you can't find on Capitalise, you can always work from it here. So let's go ahead here and quickly set up the strategy and see if we can fit it. I see some questions coming through, guys, so keep them coming. I'll get to them in a moment. So let's go ahead and set up a strategy here. And we're going to go ahead and use the parabolic SAR. And we're just going to say, as long as, let's say, the price is above the middle Bollinger Band. So I'm going to go ahead here and set up an alert. And don't worry, guys, if you don't follow this on the first time, there's lots of tutorials that you can check out on our website. So I'm going to go ahead and use PSAR. I'm going to go for a long here. I'm going to go anything once only. And what I'm going to do is just go ahead to our Capitalise.ai interface and just go if webhook triggers. When webhook comes up, it'll give us two things to copy there. The first thing we need under our alert action, mine's already there. We'll just call this STGBPUSD, STGBPUSD 1 minute. And I'm just going to go ahead here and copy that. Go ahead and just put that into here. So the moment this changes, it's going to notify us, and it's going to change now. So I need to finish this. Let's say if webhook triggers and if GBP USD is above the middle Bollinger Band. And what Bollinger Band am I using there? It's a 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. Bollinger Band. Let's say a 1 minute close of GBP USD, then by 10,000 GBP USD. I'm going to go ahead and click next. Sorry, guys, I'm just rushing through this. I'm going to say close position at trailing stop of, let's say 0.3%. I'm going to go ahead and click next, and I'm going to go run. And let's see if we can get a strategy here, a hitch here, and we can actually also, let's turn that to loop. Let's see where the price is at the moment. Oh, it's actually moved down. Okay, so we still got a little bit of time. So, okay, I see some questions coming through. Let's see here. Oh, okay, guys, I'm sorry. I know on the screen it says my name is Tom, but my name is actually Josh. I head up customer success here at Capitalise. I should have actually mentioned that previously. Let's see. Okay, this is a great question from Dan. Dan's asking, can we use day of the week bar, say Friday, to trigger a trade? For example, last Friday is bearish engulfing bar, then buy at open on Monday. Okay, so not as of yet. However, Dan, I can tell you that we're almost finished on DCA, dollar cost averaging, and you're going to be able to reference days of the week. And when you can, you'll most certainly be able to do that. Great question. Let's see here. Shane, I'd like to see a buy if the candle returns from its high to 1.354. 1.354. Okay, Dan, I take it you're looking at GBP USD here. Sorry, Shane. Okay, Rolf asking, can I? Yes. Okay, Rolf, this is a great question. Rolf is asking, can I use all indicators of TV to create a strategy on an alarm? Yes, you can use any. For example, here, you know, with the parabolic SAR that I'm using here, this is actually the built-in one, if you look at it, and it doesn't give me the sell or buys. But I just found a community script, and there are thousands of these community scripts. Oh, actually, I'm on the wrong one. I should be using GBP USD on 8cap. Oh, yeah, this is the one I should be using. Okay, so we need to delete this one. You guys need to check because there's a lot of exchanges on here. And you want to be using 8cap. So we got to set up an alert very quickly here to see if this is going to trigger. Let's go to edit the strategy. Sorry, guys, I'm going to come back to the questions in a moment. Webhook, I'm going to copy that. There we go. Create. There we are. Let's just finish it. Okay. Whew, that was close. Okay, we'll go to save chain thing. Okay, Dan, pleasure. Shane, yeah. Okay, so you're looking at around about, let's see, 1.354. So somewhere around here, the low end here. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to watch this go, and then obviously, you know, with automation, as we've been going through here, there's multiple ways for you to get out of trades, for you to protect each trade that is ongoing. And it's all, you know, it's all up to you guys what risk you're willing to take, you know. For example, I'm gonna hope this actually triggers like within the next 7 minutes so we can watch it happen. But for example, you know, you can test a lot of different exits, and after you've finished, you can go ahead and run these strategies live, you know, on a demo account, or on a live account. You can connect both of them. This is a great way for you to, you know, make sure that even if you're not in front of the screens, or you can't, you know, you can't be in front, this is a great way for you to make sure that at least your entries and your exits out of big or small positions, algo or just automating the entry or exit, is actually working. Let's see, Esther. Oh, Esther's got a great question as well. Okay, Esther's asking, can we use Fibonacci as a strategy here? Not on Capitalise, but you can on TradingView here. And guys, any of you who haven't used TradingView, you should go ahead, tradingview.com, it's free. It's just a charting software. To be able to set up alerts though, you'll need a subscription, but to start using it to see what's on it, it's free of charge. You can find it at tradingview.com, and I hope this is actually going to, it's probably going to need to get up to about there. It looks like it's created a lower high there, so I'm not sure if it's going to, if this one's going to trigger here, but we'll give it a couple of moments. I want to be respectful of everyone's time, so we'll probably go, you know, another 5 minutes, and hopefully that triggers with in that time. Let's see some other questions. Okay, so okay, this is also a great question. So FT asking if, you know, if you guys have any detailed questions or there's certain stuff you want to know, who can we send it to? Okay, the best is to send it to our in-app chat here. And also if you know, you haven't managed to sign up, or you know, you need to speak with us, you could just go to Capitalise.ai. And on our website, you could just find our resource center. So you could just go to resources, and you want to go to our learning center, and you'll have the in-app chat here. So if you guys want to find out, you know, I don't know, something particular straight afterwards that perhaps you don't want to share, you could just, you know, pop it over onto the chat here. If you haven't got an account, but if you've got an MT4 account, or if you haven't yet, you should just go and download. It's free of charge. You can just go to Eightcap's website, download the MT4 platform, and be sure to keep your login credentials when downloading the MT4, and then you'll just log in to Capitalise with those credentials. Okay, great. Let's go ahead here. I want to see if, so just to, you know, go over it, you guys can close the positions with whatever you feel, you know, is necessary, even if, as who mentioned the Bollinger Band? I think it was, I can't remember who mentioned the Bollinger Band, but, you know, you can close with multiple exits. So, you know, if you're looking at Bollinger Bands, we could say here, yeah, that's great. But then we could also add in a few more. So we're going at a trading stop of 0.3%. And, you know, you could also manage that risk by perhaps, you know, taking a profit if it gets to that point first. So we could, you know, edit this strategy. Let me just check here. Oh, it looks like it's actually coming up here. So let's just edit this really quickly. We could also say something like, or if, or let's say, or at profit above, let's say 0.5%. Remember, guys, I'm on a currency here, and you know, there's leverage involved. So Capitalise doesn't take leverage. So the things you see, for example, in the back test is actually exclusive of leverage. Okay, so we're above the, here you can see is the one condition is met, our Bollinger Band. The price is above the Bollinger Band, which it is Oh, it just dropped down now. So let's see it again. That's staying up there. We actually should get a trigger the moment it actually hits there. We'll give it another 2 minutes. Hopefully we can get it. And here we're looking at a profit and a trading stop. So as I was saying, you know, the biggest thing with risk management that you guys got to think about when you're setting up these strategies is, first of all, you know, to backtest them and to be comfortable with, you know, what you're exiting with and what you're entering with, knowing that, you know, even in a strategy like this, it may go straight down to negative 0.3% P&L, which would close the position. You know, this is a great way for you to test, first of all, to get that psychological advantage with a back test, and then to go ahead and run it on simulation for a couple of days, and that should give you, you know, confidence to, you know, at least start out small. Guys, I have gone over time. I'm just going to wait for this. This should trigger now. It is coming up to the parabolic SAR, and we should get a trigger here. And you know, while your strategies are running on Capitalise, feel free to edit. As you saw, I edited the strategy multiple times, sorry, not multiple times. I've just edited it once so far. But you know, once it's in a trade, you can most certainly edit the exit. There we are. We just got into the trade now. We just got in, and let's go ahead here. And remember, this is exclusive of leverage. So here you can see there we got the buy in there. And this will, you know, run. And, you know, perhaps if it starts going in that direction, it's very easy just to automate, just to edit the exit and automate your exit out of it when you see fit. So guys, I think that's all from myself and the team here at Capitalise. Thanks so much for joining. Please download Eightcap's MT4, and you can go to just Eightcap. You can go to here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to paste this onto. I'm going to paste that onto the chat board. I'm going to give you guys just a minute to copy and paste, because you're not going to be able to you know, obviously view the message once I've closed. But you can just go to eightcap.capitalise.ai if you guys have any issues, or if you guys need some help, whatever the case is, and just open up the in-app chat here and just chat with us. Great. And this trade, well, oh, it looks like it's gone down there. So we may have wanted to set a stop loss perhaps a little bit lower, but we can adjust it right now as well, just by editing. Simon, it's a pleasure. Guys, it was great being here with you today. Please join us next month. We got webinars coming up for the next 3 months on backtesting, optimization, creating candlestick patterns, and others. And yeah, I hope it's been beneficial for you guys. And you know, get in touch with us on the in-app chat. Good luck for the week of trading, and yeah, have a safe week ahead.